I also think that with the earth element, there is this idea of abundance and of things coming to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
And, oftentimes in the West, we think about harvest time being about the fall season.
Mm.
But really, harvest time for most fruits and vegetables happens in the late summer. It's when tomatoes are just dripping off the vine and like peaches are the juiciest. And,
Mm-hmm.
that's really what I think of as being the time of abundance. Like
Mm-hmm.
the harvest in the fall is the grains, because as the
Mm-hmm.
grains are dying for their next cycle, then that you're able to harvest the grains off of the grasses.
Mm-hmm.
But this concept of abundance and coming to fruition, and I think it applies to not just work. Certainly, like we got to celebrate all of that in this, the last couple weeks of BAM. But it's also about how you embody life. And to me, when I think back on my own entrepreneurial journey, and I've made a really conscious and mindful choice to really talk about the fact that, Empowered Curiosity is only 2 years old, but I've been running businesses since 2008. And I think it's important to say that because people, like you were saying earlier, look at the tip of the iceberg and they're like, oh, Empowered Curiosity, like, you're doing quite well for yourself in 2 years. But what you don't see is underneath the surface of the work that's been happening in the entrepreneurial space for me since 2008.
Mm-hmm.
And it's now that I'm coming into this like abundance and coming into fruition with my work. But I think for me, because there was so much struggle in those first couple of years, that's why I want to teach business in the ways that I want to teach it, because I want to have people not struggle in the ways that I did for like over a decade.